Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Happy New Year, everyone. Wow, I cannot believe it. 2018 coming to a close very, very quickly and heading on into 2019. What a year it has been. And for all of you who have been so supportive of this channel, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All my subscribers, I love you all. I never ever dreamed that this channel would, become what it became, and it's really such a blessing. And I'm really thankful for all my clients as well, and everything that we've healed through, all of the clarity that you have told me that my readings have helped you with, and all the tools and everything that you've put into use, and just how far you've gotten in such a short period of time. It is just so awesome to be able to understand how you've made such amazing progress, and to know that I've had played some sort of part, some sort of role in that. I am absolutely honored. I really, really am. And there's just so much I could say about that. I don't want to take too much time, and I know I'll probably get very emotional about that. But yes, I am so thankful for you guys. I love you all. I'm so very happy that we're all in this together, and that I was able to join YouTube and to support people out there, those who are on spiritual journeys, those who are on twin flame journeys, or both together. And those who are really looking for answers in their lives, seeking to understand who they are, their life purpose, how to move forward out of a seemingly stuck place. I'm so glad that this channel, from what I've heard, has been supporting so many people, and I hear it so many times from my clients, whether from email or on the phone or on Skype or on FaceTime, and it's just amazing. I really am very, very grateful to be doing this mission. So this is the very big one here, guys. This is the January messages. So this is going to be the angel channel messages for January. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I welcome you here, and perhaps you'll become a subscriber, and I hope that you will. And I'm hoping that you'll find things on the channel that will help support you, and clarify or revalidate some of the things that you're receiving, and answer some of those really pressing questions for you. Because I know it can be very confusing when you're going through a spiritual awakening, or if you're new to the twin flame journey. And there's a lot of information out there on YouTube, and like you, when I first became awakened to my journey, I was looking for answers. Back when I first realized I was a twin flame, there wasn't that much information at all on twin flames. So it's really a wonderful thing to know that people are out there now, and they are putting out information, and they're following their guidance, and they are doing their life purpose. So that's really awesome. And to know that this channel has been helping people, like I said, it's just it's wonderful. But if you are new, I do angel channel messages every month. I do weekly videos, so I'll bring out whatever messages I'm receiving, or whatever inspirations, or I'm going to do more videos on things like crystals and spiritual methods and tools, and maybe some things on manifesting, because I am a practicing Wiccan. I come very much from the Druid perspective, but I'm a Wiccan, and I'm of the light, and everything I do is from the light and harming none. And, I do happen to be a twin flame myself, a divine twin flame. So I'm going to just put out videos that I really feel are going to help you to make your life better, and to be able to have the tools to create the life that you desire. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be coming up with a lot of really cool ideas for 2019, maybe change it up a bit. I may be changing my weekly day to a Saturday as opposed to every Sunday. So that's something I've been thinking about as far as my schedule, so I will let you know. You'll find out, when that happens. But these messages right here are the big ones, because not only is it about January, it's a big annual look. It's a preview of 2019, and I'm sure so many of you are really looking forward to knowing, well, oh my gosh, what is ahead for me in 2019? Because I can tell you, and I'm sure many of you can resonate with this, that 2018 has been such a rocky road. I know 2017 was a roller coaster, but my gosh, 2018 was hard hitting. We went through tons and tons of healing work, tons and tons of erratic change, erratic behavior, erratic patterns coming up, old wounds and trauma really looking us square in the face. And, you know, it was really difficult to be able to feel those things again and having to look at those things again. But you know what, I really feel that 2018 has been such a transformative year in so many ways, and it's really gotten us to understand where we have been blocking ourselves, where we have been limiting ourselves. And that's so important as far as preparation for what is to be ahead in the physical. So yeah, I have tons of messages here that I channeled, and the beautiful thing about these messages is that they do go into different areas as far as different fields and things, talking about some of the changes in general that are going to be happening. So it's not only for twin flames, although twin flames are in there, it's going to be talking about just changes in general that are going to be happening in the world. So I find that's really interesting and helpful to have just that that overview look at that. But I can tell you already, even before I start and get into these messages, that 2019 is going to be so much more positive. It's going to be so much better. I have to say. I mean, I don't want to say that 2018 was all bad, but it was very, very intensely challenging. There was obstacle after obstacle. It was very exhausting. It was exhausting mind, body, and spirit. I mean, the shifts in frequency that we went through were huge. You know, we're still going to be going through our changes, but it's definitely going to be a reprieve from how I got this. So yeah, let's get into this, and let me know. I would love to hear, you know, if you want to leave in the comments below if you resonate with this, if you've been receiving some of the very same messages. And yeah, that would be fantastic. And if you're looking to get in touch with me, in case you are new and you don't realize, I put all of my information in the description. So if you go to the description, I have ways of contacting me. So if you are looking for a session, a private session, in which I do, I have an hour and I have half an hour. You can go to the paranormalpriestess.com. I just ask that for those of you who are interested in readings to not go to my Facebook to inquire about them. So you can leave comments or anything like that. But for a reading, the best way of doing that, because I am inundated with lots of different inquiries, go to the paranormalpriestess.com and you can contact me through my email, which is on my contact page, and I'll check in with my guides and see if we are a vibrational match, if it is guided, and I will let you know either way. And clearing work as far as extraction work, because for those of you who don't realize, I am a psychic medium, so I can speak to the other side, and I just had a wonderful medium session the other night in which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I don't always do that as often because I work with a lot of twin flames, but that does not mean I'm not a psychic medium. In fact, I did plenty of psychic medium work before coming to YouTube and really solely focusing on twins. But my work is for everyone. So I can be a psychic medium if that's what's called for. I'm a divine channeler, so I can bring in all the higher messages from the angelics and spiritual guides, higher guides. And I do happen to be a spirit extractor specialist, and that's work that's really beautiful because it's changing people's lives and getting evil out of their lives, and that's remotely done. It can be done anywhere in the world. I have taken a break from that. I'm hoping to find out when it's going to be safe enough and good enough for my physical body and my energy to continue it, because I've had some depletion and things due to all the shifting. But I am definitely looking forward to getting that slowly started in 2019. I have a few people on the list right now, so that's all I'm going to be able to, you know, to have on my list at the moment. But I'm hoping to be able to continue that work as well, and help you guys if you are having some really dark interferences that are, you know, preventing you from moving forward. So, okay, so those are going to be my announcements, and here we go for January and the annual look for 2019. So this year, this is the year of the pig, by the way, in case anyone realizes. It's a very lucky year. It's a very abundant year, the year of the pig. They first start out with saying that this year is going to solidify the work that has taken place within the year 2018. So that's really good to know. So they're talking about to continue into the everlasting vibration of love and unity consciousness. They happen to also show me, I have received the owl in the past. I talked about that, but this time it was a little different. They showed me the owl, and then right after that, they showed me the white dove, which is the symbol for peace and the Holy Spirit. So I love that, because spirits, they said, are to take flight, anchored within the physical body. Thus the new dawn has come, where all will become as it was planned, as it were planned. So, yeah, so getting back to the owl and the dove. So the owl is an actual creature of the night. The owl represents the hidden, the mysterious, very intuitive creature. And, that's information that maybe has not become conscious yet. So that's the unconscious. And then we go from that to being able to spread our wings and allow us to be that Holy Spirit, to let our souls really take flight and become apparent to the world. Okay? So we become purified. And that's a beautiful thing. So we're stepping into 2019 as definitely stepping in from the purification, the huge purification that 2018 has brought. So the new dawn. Brand new beginning. 2019 is going to definitely be a fresh new start. Yes, every new year is, right? But 2019 is certainly going to feel a lot different, because so many of us are not going to carry the burdens, the baggage that we have carried for so many years that we have not faced off with. So for those of us who really dug in and did the work in 2018, it's going to be so wonderful to be able to feel so much lighter and be able to just forge ahead from a higher frequency, a higher place. So kudos to you for doing the work and hanging in there and staying committed. So the planned soul, the contract of holy mission will begin to take shape and form. So if any of you have been confused as to what your mission work is, what your purpose is, this is definitely going to be a lot clearer for you in 2019, because the higher beings are really encouraging now for us to step out, to really step out and allow our true authentic soul to be out there, to affect people, to impact people's lives, to be who you were meant to be here. This is the result, they say, of the spiritual transformations that were achieved in 2018. Yes, as we said. Awakenings to the collective, right? So collective awakening is still going to continue, absolutely, in 2019 across the earth. And they're saying that what was unrealized will be realized. So we have a lot of truth energy, truth in conscious awareness and change within the manifested world. That will be the culmination of all inner transfiguring that has caused much struggle due to the shifting out of old 3D paradigm patterns. So I hope I didn't lose you guys there. I'm going to go back and read that again. We have truth in conscious awareness. So we're going to have consciously or become absolutely aware of truth that we weren't aware of. Again, think of the owl to the dove. And this is going to cause change within the manifested world. And this change will be the culmination of all inner transfiguring that has caused much struggle due to the shifting out of old 3D paradigm patterns. And this is referring again to all the very difficult inner work that we've had to really dig into in 2018. Now, this one, this is going to be a biggie. And I know people probably are already aware of this and looking forward to this, or maybe a little fearful as to what intensity this is going to bring. But we are going to be having on January 21st, we're going to have a wolf moon, blood moon eclipse. Oh yes, this is going to be a big one, okay? When we're dealing with a supermoon here, by the way. So this is going to be a supermoon, a super wolf blood moon eclipse in Leo on the 21st. And they're talking about this being a very swift and intense transmutation with fire aspects, so all connected to fire. And remember, Leo was a fire sign, so remember that. Also, too, we have Rowan. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the woods and their properties. Since I follow a lot of the Celtic ways, we have the Celtic wood of Rowan that begins as well. Okay, and the thing is with that is that it's all related to fire. Rowan is related to fire as well. So this is really important to realize. Okay, so I don't know if anyone is interested at all, but if you do follow the craft, if you do follow Wicca or anything like that, and you're interested, I get this every year. This is the Llewellyn's date book of 2019, the Witch's date book. And this is really great because it tells you so many things. Not only is the moon phases, but it tells you what astrological sign. It tells you, when the moon moves and what planets and when it shifts out of those planets. And it gets into so much of that. So lots of information, astrological information in there. So if you do resonate with the old path, I definitely recommend that this would be great. So I order that every year. But yes, we are going to be experiencing that intensity again, but it's all for the higher good, so no worries there. But this will be a moon, they're saying, that will cleanse angers that are still there and fears that are preventing you from taking action. Think of Leo. Think of the lion, right? Remember the lion's gate in August? So when we think of Leo, we think of the lion. That's very strong energy there. And when we talk about eclipses, especially when we're talking about eclipses as far as releasing and manifesting, and, of course, with my path, being a Wiccan, we really work with that, and we realize that it's very strong power to have an eclipse, especially when we're talking about a full lunar eclipse that we're having here. So really powerful, and they are encouraging us to take advantage of this to be able to accelerate our path, and that they'll say that in a moment. But they are talking about reclaiming our power of confidence, okay? Purifying ourselves, moving forward in a new direction. So that lion energy is going to be able to take us forward very accelerated, very intensely. Emotions that are linked to fiery aspects, like I said, any blockages with creativity are also going to be addressed too. So if you are having trouble creating good in your life, if you're having trouble finding that creative edge, okay, whatever those fears are, whatever those fear-based patterns are, whatever's preventing you from understanding your strength and your ability to create, that is going to be made known. So a couple of the questions to ask yourself, they're saying, is how do you prevent yourself from stepping into positive new endeavors? What has prevented your spark, your soul spark, from becoming evident? So perhaps you don't really understand your potential. Perhaps you don't understand, what you're here to do. Perhaps you second guess yourself or don't understand your power. This eclipse is going to strongly help in, purifying what is blocking you and bringing you into your strength, into your empowerment, into your confidence. So that way you can actually take action and make those goals a manifested reality. Because we can have so many dreams and so many visions, but if we don't act on them, then we're not living our lives to the fullest. We're not living out a life that we desire. So yes, our imagination, or the watery aspect, is definitely the first step. To be able to imagine, to be able to envision, is very important, and that's the stepping stone to actually then understanding what it is that you are going to want to create. But then we have to boldly move forward and take those actions, right? That's the only way we can change our reality. So they call this a very big event that will support those who have remained stagnant or have clung to their own watery emotions, which were not put into action in order to manifest. There it is. Soul sparks will be greatly assisted, and shadows or the shadow self that has prevented you from taking action will become evident in order to be cleaned out. So a purification of the shadowy self that has prevented you from being your strong, active, creative, passionate self, in which the world could really use. So this is going to be very helpful. The fires will come and they will burn greatly, transmuting all. The emotions that have caused you to be inactive and thus not creative will be surfaced so that you can understand that this heaviness, that it's time to go. Allow your soul to shine. Allow your spark to burn brightly. So with this Leo energy, it's very much about understanding how we are limiting ourselves, limiting our soul spark. So those are some things to reflect upon. Though you might want to make a list of some things in ways in which you are limiting yourself from shining your light in the world, from taking action steps towards your goals, ways in which you prevent yourself from stepping into your confidence, into your empowerment. Are there any fears with that? Are there any fears with being able to take action? And those are the ones that you want to address, when the moon is turning dark, when it's waning. Allow your soul to shine, allow your spark to burn brightly. Do not fear your ineffectiveness in the world. This will be highlighted for this lunar event. The great ability to release and manifest can be taken advantage of in order to accelerate your path. So I highly encourage everyone to take advantage of this great supermoon lunar eclipse event on January 21st. Because it is certainly a very powerful, magical time. And, it's going to create that very intense change. And although it can be, sometimes, to have to feel those emotions and feel those angers or feel whatever's coming up to go through it, it's difficult to feel that. But the thing is that this is our chance to really, when we're dealing with a lunar eclipse, we are both releasing and manifesting very quickly. So it's really very cool. So I would absolutely, if you want to plan to do a little personal ritual for yourself, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate unless you want it to be. But, maybe, like I said, write a little list. Might want to burn a black candle as the moon is going dark. And, in order to manifest change, you can light, a white candle, perhaps. White can be used for anything, so white is an all-purpose candle that's very easy to get. You might want to do something like that. But whatever you choose to do, write a list that you're releasing, what things you are releasing, and write a list as to what you wish to manifest connected to fiery aspects. It's going to be really super powerful for you. So as I say, we urge you to reserve this event in order to make great progress forward into your true life purpose and strength. Twin flames. Okay, listen up. So twin flames are to reunite in multitudes and come into physical action in the form of mission that will serve as anchors of light and hope, as well as open those who have not been aware of their origins and their connections. So we are going to be seeing in 2019 lots of twin flames reuniting in the physical. And this is going to be moving along. Some may be coming into full union. Others will absolutely be in the preparations of this, but it will be moved along in the physical. That's the thing. And so we'll be able to actually experience in the manifesto world, experience the progress of that, rather than it be primarily the energetic progress of that. We're going to be able to, a lot of action, I'm getting here as far as moving forward. So always a good thing, right? And we have good things ahead. So everything is moving forward. Nothing to worry about here. Everything is greatly supported by the higher ups. It is the year that brings fruits of your labors for many. It is the year that openly reveals the hidden for those beloveds who have not been realized. So we're going to have more twins understand the truth a lot more. And I absolutely do believe that the supermoon, the lunar eclipse, is going to be doing wonders as far as helping your beloved. So if your beloved is still, going through their transitional period, they're going to be really moving through that. And we have this lunar eclipse is really going to be helping a lot of that. I can't even tell you so many twins who have mentioned about lunar eclipses and things that have caused them to communicate with each other, and a twin has really awakened very, very strongly at the lunar eclipse. So there can be a lot of really amazing things happening around that time. So be on the lookout, but make sure to surrender and trust, because everything is timed. The owl to the dove, they mention again, the dove, the holy sacred heart and spirit. Trials within 2018 have been completed and closed. Yes. Yes, very, very difficult year. And we've closed the door on the past. And that's a big achievement. It's a huge achievement. Since old timelines have been revisited, they've been acknowledged, and they have been healed. Old toxic energetic connections have been released, and the breaking of the old patterns that has been succeeded. And those patterns that have not been serving, they were brought to the surface for healing and transfiguration or transmuting for many. And I do get that, we still will have a little bit of a continuation with that. Excuse me. So your beloved, if they are still going through their transitioning, they will be assisted pretty swiftly with these things. But for those of you who have been on the path, who have been awakened, you can definitely be assured that your work has paid off and those doors are firmly closed because you did the work. You did the work. So congratulations on that. The twin flame now has all the tools necessary and consciously available after most have gone through a difficult dark period, which the old skin has been shed. So many are understanding that they have the tools, okay, the spiritual tools necessary. They have the awareness. They're conscious of it. They've been through the dark period. You who are watching this right now, who have been through these transitions and very difficult periods, you realize now that there is nothing to be afraid of. You've found yourself. You're stepped into yourself. Perhaps you want to step more out into the world and take more action steps and make yourself more known to humanity. But you have really done the work, and you realize you've changed in so many huge ways from 2018. Higher self-anchoring process will now be able to be completed within 2019, and a new horizon, new beginning. So yes, many will be having the higher self-anchor, and that's fantastic and makes it a heck of a lot more possible now to fully have your higher self anchor because of shedding your old skin and releasing all that you have, transforming the way you have. So now you are vibrating a lot higher. You are feeling a lot lighter. You are feeling a lot more trusting of the world around you, as far as your spiritual guides, your angels, the divine being with you every step of the way. You're trusting that, and you're trusting the path. Because you've been through so much, you're trusting the path. That's the thing. Okay, you have been tested. Definitely tested throughout 2018, but so many of you who are watching this have passed the tests and have really achieved so much for yourselves. So with that, with achieving a higher frequency, a higher vibration, you are going to have all of those pieces fit together, and you are going to be able to attract everything that you could possibly require to make your path work in the ways in which you planned before incarnating. So that's a great peace of mind to have, definitely. Many will be heading towards, and I say heading towards, so it may not be completed in 2019. However, many people are in transit. Let's say this, twin flames. Many are going to be in transit, heading towards a new place, a new location that has been chosen in order to anchor the light and bring the mission with the twin. So some of you may already realize where this place is. And you may wonder, well, how in the world am I going to get there? How am I going to have the financial backing to do this? I'm not sure. How am I going to sell my house? How am I going to get a new place? How am I going to break this to my family? How do I leave my family? And so on and so forth. So lots of things to figure out there. I don't get from this that may be finalized in 2019, but it certainly will be. It certainly will be in progress. So everything that you would require to support that, it's rolling in for you in 2019. It's being supported. So just stay with that. Yeah, they said though many within 2018 have become aware of this, the fire will be an element in which will be a full force as motion pushes all twins towards their destinations and their reunion in the physical. Okay, so just remember that we're going to have this fire element, fire energy, in which will be pushing things in motion. So this is a very good thing, right? Because I really get 2019 as a year which is not going to feel stagnant. A lot of times we felt a lot of stagnant energy in 2018, although there were so many changes that went on inner-wise, on the inner world. So much of that hard work, we really didn't get to see so much of that moving forward in the manifested world as much with the twin. But we are going to see a lot more of movement there, according to what I'm receiving. Many twins will be embarking on self-created businesses. Aha, this is good. Yeah, business is really highlighted as something big. The year of the pig also really brings that into focus too. So we're getting a lot of the abundance, prosperity, business. It's going to be a priority into 2019. Older paradigm employment will be falling away. And the mission work that is of your soul will be taking precedence, they say. So keep that in mind, that there's going to be absolutely that inner fire, that inner spark that you wish to do more, that you want to understand why you're here and you want to start taking the steps. If you do understand why you're here, you will be receiving a very strong support to move you to take that action, to create that business, create that home business. Bring your talents out, work on your talents, work on your gifts even more, and make that happen. Some people have already made that happen, but in 2019, their work is going to evolve to a different level, even still. So they might have gotten that started in 2018, but there's just so much more potential that their work is going to have, and they will be able to push that forward and make some changes to their work where they're going to be getting more recognition. They're going to be getting more prosperity. People are going to become aware of them. So this is a really great thing. 2019 seems to be really abundant. Love shall be the motive, and love shall be their locomotive. As you move through with action into your rightful place and space, it is time for you to wear your new soul, your true soul, proudly and publicly. So if any of you have been fearful of taking those steps, questioning yourself, questioning your talents and your gifts, questioning if you will be well received, questioning if somehow you're going to be lost in the mix because there's so many out there, let this be a message to you that Those are the things that are probably blocking you, and those are the things that you want to release, especially when we have the lunar eclipse, the supermoon coming. So know that there's a place for you. This is why you're here. You chose to be here in these times, so that way you can stand out very uniquely, very strongly, very confidently, and allow your soul light to really shine. And believe me, when it does, you will have people be attracted to you. There could be a million channels. There can be so many people doing your work, but there's only one you, and that's your energy, and you have something very special that nobody else has to give. Please know that. Please take this as a confirmation. Many will be publicly coming out to bring messages of truth and hope, in which will serve others who are drawn to seeking answers. Feel this and create, dear beloveds, for it is the year of creation in all areas of your life. Wow, this is like 2019 is like there ain't no stopping you. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Remember that song? Might be a good one to celebrate, right? New Year's Eve. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the groove. But it's true that that's what it feels like. 2019 is like, there ain't no stopping me. I have been through it. I have suffered. I've been through all these obstacles. I had to get through all my emotions, my psychology, all this chasing and running and doubting and all of this. And you got through, and it's like, psh, there ain't no stopping me. So it's gonna be pretty great. So those who have been struggling with change, or who have sensed it but have not manifested, who have not manifested these changes, they'll now be guided and supported to make the necessary changes. So that way it will support their work, showcase their work, or completely alter it. Altogether. Yeah, so there's going to be lots of support with your work, your life purpose, and people are going to get the sense to begin it, to make changes to it, but whatever is going to benefit their higher reason of being here, that is what's going to start from within. So pay attention to what you are feeling, because there are very real directions and guidance coming to you. The calling is for the soul to express its divinity in all that you do. Prosperity will grow. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And here is my citrine, great stone. I've showed this before. Great stone of prosperity. And another one has the word energy on it, but green aventurine is great to attract money and prosperity as well. You also have stones like Tiger's Eye. It's another great one for attracting prosperity. But prosperity will grow. It's being supported. It's a prosperous year, they say, that will bring an influx of abundance in areas of finance and business. The prosperity can be tapped into very quickly. So remember, our ability to manifest is pretty instant now with everything that we went through. So just use caution as to where your thoughts may lay. So you want to be able to use the law of attraction to your best advantage. So just be aware of a lot of the repetitive thoughts. So if they are working against what you really want, you may want to make some changes to your language, make some changes to what you're constantly thinking. You know, if you're constantly thinking of lack, fearful of lack, then that's exactly what you're telling the universe. And you really want the opposite of that. So you might want to just be aware of the constant thoughts that you're thinking. It's not going to be just a one-time thought, that goes by and that's going to, just instantly manifest. When you're talking about thoughts that are repetitive and they add up and it becomes a pattern, those are the ones that truly have that manifesting power. So be aware. You may need to change some of your thought patterns there. But yeah, prosperity can be tapped into very quickly. It is available for you to tap into, dear children, so please know that you have not been forgotten. Any of you who have worried or are currently worrying about prosperity, there's enough for everyone. We have not abandoned you, so your pleas for assistance and guidance. You can absolutely tap into abundance. There is absolutely enough for everyone. The source has the ability to provide an unlimited amount. Unlimited. So it's up to us to be able to work with the powers of attraction and tap into that unlimited source, that unlimited abundance. If you need some help doing that, I think I may put some different videos up on the channel in 2019 on how to manifest, maybe some blessing spells, things that, you know, you could, simple things that maybe you could use in your space to help you along. I'll see what my guides give me, but you can do it. Just remember about your thoughts and where your intention and your focus lies. There will also be an abundant energy, that will be backing those who have needed to find new connections. I found this really cool and something to look forward to. New souls to converse with and to feel at home with. Now, I wrote this down here. My Archangel Michael candle, back there, it's kind of burnt all the way down, so I don't think you guys can really see it on camera at this point, but when I got this, new souls to converse with and feel at home with, my Archangel Michael candle loudly, and when I say loudly, loudly popped twice. It was like, pop, pop. It literally scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, so take that as a validation that if you have been feeling alone, if you have been feeling like there was been no one to understand your journey, no one to understand you, you've been feeling very isolated with things. Perhaps you've had a lot of friends who have been taken out of your space. You're just not feeling it with them anymore. You're not resonating. This is a beautiful thing to look forward to, because you are going to be having more friendships that are going to be coming in, more soul friends, kindred souls, soul mates. And that's going to make life a heck of a lot more enjoyable, because no one wants to go through life feeling alone. I mean, we have a lot of benefits when it comes to solitude, when it comes to meditation and being with ourselves. That is very important. So I definitely recommend that solitude. If you can find some time to be with yourself, you'll get to know yourself. You'll come across a lot of information and things that will help you. You can just kind of shut out the distractions of the day and really go within. So I do love that, and I do that. But on the other hand, too, you don't want it to be so imbalanced where you're spending most of your time alone and you're feeling as if there's just no one that's going to be out there as far as friendships and things to really be with you and enjoy life with and have fun and laugh with and go out with and all of that. Don't feel it's impossible. Yes, you are on a very special path. Yes, you are here for very important reasons, but that does not mean that you are immune to enjoying life like the average conventional person. Okay? You have every single right to enjoy your life, and we want to live life to the fullest. So we want to be able to have talked about this, about balancing a spiritual life and a physical life, but more so we want to be able to merge the two and understand that both serve us and we can't have one and not the other. Because we're here, and being in a body and being on earth is a magnificent gift, and sometimes I think we tend to forget that, and we seem to think that we're just completely cut off from the rest of the world because we're having these amazing spiritual experiences happen to us that people don't understand. But trust me when I tell you, there are a lot of people out there who are having these experiences now. Collectively, we are awakening. The world is awakening, and we are absolutely attracting so many of our soulmates back into oneness. So you will come across some buddies. You will come across people who feel very familiar, and this is going to be a nice fresh start for you. You'll be able to step into life a little bit more, which is good. It's definitely needed. So those who have felt that they were alone, had no one to turn to for understanding and connection on a deeper level, shall attract their own soul groups back strongly, and thus new soul friends shall rediscover each other in many different ways. Do reach out and be open to changes in friendships, because there's a wonderful sense of relating that will come, and this will fill you with joy as you finally can be heard and seen as you truly are at the highest level. Right? You won't have to pretend with anyone. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. You don't have to try to change yourself in order to keep old friends if you're really not feeling it and you feel like you're just putting on a face, or you're just relating at the personality level, but you're hiding your true self, your true deepest thoughts. No, it's about being your authentic self and having people accept you for that. So it's, true intimacy. And that's what we're going for here on this planet now, is true, heartfelt, soul connections, intimacy, true intimacy. Some of these soul friends will be available for connection in new locations in which you'll be heading to. So many of you will move and you will find that your soul friends will be waiting there. So maybe not even just your twin flame, but you will have also other souls who are there. And it's a timing factor about connecting with them. Others can be connected with through technological means of social interaction. So of course, think social media. However, this is to manifest, so trust in your ability to give of yourself and to trust that you'll be loved and accepted for who you are without the need to hide or pretend, like I had said. This will feel very different for many. Some will feel as though they may not know how to proceed, right? So you may feel a little bit guarded because of everything that's happened to you, but we say to you, you need not hold on to any of the old ego's plans of proceeding. Communication comes in many forms. Not only of physical speech and physical writing, but communication through the heart and higher mind will be easy. And even silences will communicate great emotional energy and intuitive understanding. So, wow, really big stuff. We are communicating in very different ways too. And with our soul friends, it's not the old 3D way of communicating. So this brings yet a greater and deeper intimacy, which brings a lot of joy and a lot of peace because we're interacting in new ways. So that's excellent, and that's also supportive of 2019. There will be a breakdown. Now we're talking about religion very quickly and political parties. I don't have specifics on that. I don't get into politics. I don't get into hate politics. If anyone has any kind of political opinion that's harsh or anything like that, I don't need it as far as on the channel or on the comments or anything like that. So please don't go there. This is just in general as to what's happening energetically and some of the changes, but not specifically with any party members or president or anything like that. But there will be a breakdown of religious and political parties. Higher forms of leadership and spiritual understanding will be taking its place, as new leaders shall be supported into power in order to bring an end to all disgraceful ego-centered control and perverted betrayal. Out with the old. So anyone who has been really in their ego or has perverted the politics or perverted the religion, has done and said things that were very different from what they promised, or if they have been cloaking themselves to be something that they really actually are not. And, let's just say it like it is. It's going to be brought to justice. Archangel Michael's sword just popped into my mind just now. Yeah. And when you talk about that sword, the sword of truth, that means that truth is going to be communicated. So however this needs to be revealed, however these people need to be outed, the world is just not going to take it anymore. So that's really good. And we saw a beginning of these types of things, even with like sexual abuse and a lot of the women stepping forward and sticking up for themselves. So we've seen a lot of different justices coming out in 2018, but 2019 we will definitely see a continuation of that. And a clean out will be underway, they said, so one will see that there is no support for those who have been backed or hidden away. So conspiracies. So these conspiracies, people are going to be outed. Best way I can say it. So that they can't continue their deeds of negativity or continue their negative stronghold. This will be shattered. Their negative stronghold will be shattered. They will be publicly on display so that it is known that anti-love shall not be tolerated on Gaia, and that it is not energetically in alignment with the new form of Gaia, which of course is 5D consciousness. and the event that has been unfolding within the conscious collective. So I hope I didn't confuse you guys with that. So we are not going to tolerate this type of negativity and the negative stronghold that some of these leaders have had. They will be exposed. Exposure will happen. It will continue to happen because it's not energetically in alignment with 5D Gaia. 5D being the event. The event has been unfolding consciously in higher form, but we have not seen the event of the entire ascension of the planet yet, but this is happening consciously. There will be a change in the Hollywood industry. Films of violence and sexual perversion will be slowing down. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we're not going to, from what I'm getting, that will be slowing down, and we're going to have newer, younger directors with higher, pure, conscious creativity, that have higher visions and things, that will be bringing out more powerful messages that are of love and world and unity, imagination, magic, imagination, really things that are deep and they're bigger. And this is great, and this is going to be coming through the film technology now. Smaller scale films, more independent films and independent ways and smaller ways of viewing films and things like Netflix films and things like that. Just different avenues where independent films can really shine and independent directors can really become known. These are going to be coming out a lot more, and they're going to be finding wider audiences. And these types of films and directors, not as ego-driven. Deep connections between those who are in conflict and the realization of self shall be many of the themes of movies. Transformation of the soul through learning about oneself will be themes, and they'll be channeled into the higher mind, and directors who view their work as a message to the world. Again, that's the focus, and it's not going to be so much about a quick money-making plan or just out there just to make a big buck. Those movies will still be out there, yes, but we're going to be definitely seeing these other directors and these independent films and these bigger message movies coming out. Powerful messages are what the collective is searching for, because that's what they're becoming ready for or are ready for, and that's what they're feeling. So that's what they want. 3D messages that kept 3D consciousness amused shall no longer suffice when there is a 5D consciousness of love and unity. So yes, so many transitions go on within us, and this is happening worldwide. So of course it's going to be affecting people who are creators, right? And they're going to have a lot clearer channel to be able to, gather information from the higher realms and put that into their creativity. So lots of changes going to be going on there. Creators of music and art shall find new muses. This muse is the heart of humanity and the soul that craves to be filled with unconditional love. Lyrics and music, as well as illustrations, also artwork and such, will demonstrate the spiritualistic connections that filter into the physical. So again, we're going to see a lot of really powerful messages, deep messages here that are going to open people up. So whether that's, in film, whether that's in music, whether it's in illustration or art, any kind of form of art, but we're going to be taking it to a higher place. Songs of awareness, hope, connecting with divine forces, deeper spiritual meaning and fulfillment will be themes. Powerful messages. I know they keep saying that powerful messages will be the mission that the artist must fulfill as their sole purpose. So we have a lot of people that their sole purposes are, creative avenue. Those who have only created for the sake of demonstrating only anger and resentment and sexual perversion and control shall no longer find that their inspirations flow. Interesting there. So it's like that they're not able to tap into that anymore, right? That's good. That does a lot of good in the world. So, of course, exploring our emotions is a healthy thing. If there are angers there, if there are sadnesses there, to acknowledge it and heal it is very powerful. But we're really talking about that we want to be able to put out messages of hope there. So even though, you know, people go through very difficult things, and it certainly is an inspiration for creative work, we want to put it out there in a way where we're serving people rather than just exploiting anger and just exploiting sex and just exploiting violence, you know, and just have it really bring our vibration down, you know, and just, you know, influence the masses in a very negative, low frequency way. You know, we really are going towards, again, think service to humanity and how powerful transitions and achieving things that we never thought were possible and getting over our own hurdles and our own obstacles and finding ourselves and finding source. Those are the types of things, those are the messages that are going to be channeled in the creativity. Songs of transition and enlightenment, yep. The relaying of difficult journeys through hope and faith of its higher lessons will be key. Illustrations channeled from above, writings from above, music from above. Yeah, to enrich the souls of all who are exposed to them. We're getting there, guys. I know there's a lot here, But sounds like a really fantastic year, I have to say. We have entertainers of all kinds that will be faced with their own souls if they have not been within the higher 5D form of creating. So, wow, we're going to have a lot of entertainers who are doing a complete soul search. And so there's going to be a lot of transitioning of how they create and what they're inspired to create next. And I really think that some of these artists and entertainers, like, people are going to think to themselves, wow, I really never thought that this singer or songwriter or actor, you know, would go to those types of depths or have those deep emotions or would even think of those types of things or really connect to the spiritual and like that, would want to produce something like that. But you're going to see a lot of that happening, so that's fantastic. It shows where the world is going. Divine awareness and the mission of service to the collective. The changes are here. And the wanting to do more for those who are suffering or who have less. So lots of charity events, lots of entertainers speaking out, wanting to help and help for causes, help charities. I really put that out there so much more. That's coming into focus for 2019. Loving reasoning behind the fields. The beauty industry, I can definitely vouch that I've been reading people that have this type of mission. Beauty industry shall be changing the ways in which beauty has been perceived. 2019 will find that those of inner and outer beauty shall wish to make differences in the lives of those who have not connected with their own unique image, shape, and form with absolute acceptance and empowerment. So this goes way beyond skin deep, way beyond just being a hairdresser, way beyond just being a makeup artist. Way beyond that. It's going to be about what makes you feel good and what can actually support and enhance your own natural beauty. Okay, so those who are beginning missions have channeled their mission instructions and are embarking on showcasing beauty in its divine reality, and the merging of spirit and bodily form shall bring women into a state of harmony with their unique beauty without comparisons, so without comparing yourself to anyone else, because you're not like anyone else, without hatred and without shame. Really owning yourself, owning your unique beauty, your unique bodily form, realizing that. Okay, and this goes for both men and women here. Beauty that naturally showcases shall come front and center. Ego-centered or superficial beauty tactics that do not display a truth will be coming to an end, replaced by beauty that is not falsified for the sake of ego satisfaction. In other words, superficial reasons. Contouring the natural unique form, enhancing to naturally showcase the beauty is focused, natural lighting, also nutrition, and meditation, stress relieving, energetic means. All of that will be assisting the bodily form to bring back its youthful glow, have a better functioning body, better optimal levels of life force and vital force, have your body functioning at optimal levels. This will be made a lot more. It will be known more. Okay, so we have started that. People have been talking about it, sharing information about that. But this will be coming out more for 2019, and that's really great. That's a beautiful thing. Very empowering. And I could tell you there's so many people that need that empowerment, and they need to realize that. Because lots of people are insecure, lots of people do compare themselves to others, especially, I've mentioned this before, when it comes to things like Instagram, and Snapchat, and just social media. And yes, I've had people tell me, well, it's a creative expression to want to paint up my face and alter myself and do all this. Okay, granted, I see that. But there are a lot of people that get very upset. People on social media tend to try to find the perfect lighting and the perfect angle, and just really completely do what they can to look as a certain way. I'll just put it like that because I don't want to offend anyone. I want this to come off the right way, but you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of other people do get upset and compare themselves, thinking to themselves, well, I feel like garbage because I don't look like that. And chances are the people that are in these pictures don't even look like that, right? But some people hold on to their images so tightly, and they only view their identity through their physical appearance, and it comes off in a very 3D superficial way, and they're missing the point of the beauty within, and the kindness within, and the heart and the soul, and what that means as far as shining through the body. And they're missing the taking care of your vessel and feeding it good foods and getting adequate rest and water and all of those things, and the energetic ways in which can enhance beauty. So we're becoming a lot more real, right? That falsity is being addressed, and we're putting out the reality, the natural beauty, and the ways in which we can honor beauty past just the superficial layer. So that's beautiful. Relaxation into being and the empowerment of the soul is the 2019 focus. Yes, and because of all the work that we did, 2018 and 2016 and 17, we'll say, through those years, we are going to be able to relax into who we are a lot more, because we're not carrying the lower energy, the lower stuff, the baggage, and we're feeling hence a lot more empowered from everything we've gone through and everything we've gained. The extremities of the past years no longer exist due to the transforming of the 3D consciousness and the release of heavy trauma and patterns that have projected much false belief. 2019 shall find many with a powerful sense of fortitude and confidence. This is great. In which shall yield great results of abundant, higher frequency living and attraction. Though there will be changes in the physical that will need to be acclimated to, these changes will be made with the purity that the heart has undertaken and the strength of trusting in the higher powers of our world, because they will be backing you. Yes. And be very comforting. You have come through so much, dear ones. You have committed yourselves to great glory, and with that has come much turmoil and pain. However, 2019 will begin with a calm sense of protection and guidance. There will be a lighter start. A new light shall continue to grow within each of you. Let this light lead the way, and know that you need not look back on the past and its weariness. You take a deep breath and exhale. You don't have to look back anymore, right? A new energy shall come. Your energies will grow. This will bring greater vital and life force so that the physical world can be altered in ways that benefit the true soul purpose in which you have chosen. So we're going to have a lot more energy. For those who are also, I want to mention I received this too. We're going to have a lot more vital force and yes, life force. Those of you who have been struggling and feeling very depleted, tired, perhaps going through a lot of physical things in 2019, we're going to start really gaining our health back. We're going to find we have a lot more energy to do things like maybe go to the gym or run or whatever physical activity you wish to undertake. You're going to find you have a lot more energy to do that. So if that has been kind of getting you down, that you've been feeling so much depletion and you miss doing those types of activities that you enjoy, you are going to be gaining your energy back. So that's a great thing. And I have to say it again, there ain't no stopping now. You're on the move. So blessings to all who heed our message. 2019 will be a year of transition and magical fires that aid in creating anew. I truly wish all of you a absolutely beautiful, abundant, prosperous, wonderful, moving along your path year. I really do believe that we are going to be definitely experiencing some amazing things in 2019, and I'm really looking forward to it. I am feeling a lot more trusting on my path than I've ever have before. I don't feel like I'm in any type of panic-stricken rush or disbelief that something's going to go wrong, or somehow I'm not going to achieve what I wish to achieve, or somehow I'm not going to reunite with my twin flame. I have to say, like, I'm stepping into 2019 without having a care in the world. And that's pretty amazing. And I've come a long way because I've had things with anxiety and such. So, to feel just a lot more grounded into my being, and just knowing that everything is timed, everything's orchestrated. I mean, I knew that, but I just feel a lot more calmer with that, and peaceful with that, and just being a lot more present. I think that's what it is. I'm just feeling a lot more present and realizing that when things are going to happen, they will happen. When I get the guidance to take action, I will be supported to take that action. There's no need to rush. There's no need to worry. There's no need to think somehow I'm going to miss the path, or my divine masculine is going to step off the path and not go through his transition. I'm very sure about everything now. I'm really trusting it. It's just a feeling from the inside. So I hope that many of you who are watching this are feeling the very same thing. So let me know. And so Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Much love to you. You might want to save this video because you may want to go back to it, and have that be a wonderful reminder and support for you for this new year coming. And as I always end all of my YouTube videos with, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Take care, enjoy, and I will see you in the new year. Bye-bye.